Easy. I don't drop anything. Necessities for working on the baler. Got the book, Samoa cookies, Doritos, Cheetos, Cheez-It, thin crispy things, sweet tea to drink. Only the necessities. Gotta make sure you prioritize stuff. In all serialness, Dad just texted me, baler's down. He don't have that much left to go, but I think he ended up, it broke the bill hook tensioner. So I'm gonna get one, take with me. I think he has one there. He's going to check, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab this so I can go ahead and go. And I'll have it if I need it. If I don't need it, then I'll just bring it back and put it back on this knot or assembly that I have here. I just gotta get back here to it, guys. Ugh. These bands, these bands here are just a disaster to store off of the pickup. Okay, so the piece that we need is this piece right here. This has the adjustable nut for adjusting the bill hook. And honestly, no, the bill hook is on there. Okay, so say heck, the bill hook may not even be on this one, but I took the knife arm off. That's what's missing. It's sitting right here. So I'll take the nut, the washer, and the tensioner. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take all these because I don't know what he has left. We'll just take it all. Dad's probably got all the tools I would need. What kind of service guy doesn't bring his own tools though? So I got my tool bag here, got most of everything I would probably need. And then this here is for smaller stuff. All right, Jen, you get to come with me. Ready? Come on, let's hop in there. Come on. Come on. She's like, I can't get in there. I'm an old crippled lady. By gosh, you figured out a way though, didn't you? I don't know if I do or not. Also, forgot to mention, it's a little bit cloudy today. Calling for rain tonight. Hopefully it don't show up early. So we're gonna get the baler going, finish baling, pick it up, transfer some with the grapple and the skid steer as well to the old barn. We're back here, getting ready to pull into the field. My windshield is filthy. I'm looking into the sun, so I don't know how much you guys will be able to see. Not much. Summer in Illinois. Gotta love the bugs. All right, Dad just tried to restring it and the twine didn't stay in the twine disc. He already got the bill hook tensioner fixed. What happened was this bolt came out, the twine needle got into it, broke this piece here, and then also the way I can tell, I haven't even messed with it yet, but I can tell, if you look at how it looks here, that's solid. This here's been broke loose, and I got the tension still on it, but as soon as I loosen this up, you'll be able to turn this here by hand probably, as long as there's no twine in it. So, I thought about that as I was coming through the gate. Turn what the problem was. I pretty well, as soon as he told me that it wasn't stringing, I assumed it was probably twine disc problem. The older balers are held on by a bolt. The bolt came loose. What's that knot or flop? It struck, or the needle struck it, broke the bill hook tensioner, and he didn't know it until I got here. But it also sheared the pin that holds on the twine disc drive pinion gear, whatever you want to call it. Luckily, I had the pins in my truck. Here's the pin we're putting in. 80837. It's a grooved pin. It's like a roll pin, only it's solid. And what we're doing is we're taking the knotter frame loose. We're taking the twine disc tensioner off. So you can tell I can turn the twine disc by hand and the drive gear doesn't move. See the shaft chain turning there. All right, so yeah, you can go ahead and take that off. You can get it off. So we'll have to punch those pieces of pin in there. Yeah, right there. And there's a piece of pin in the shank there, in the shaft. So we'll punch those out. and then we'll have to put that back on and everything, and we'll have to retime the twine disc, and we'll be ready to go. All right, we got the roll pin started and on. Obviously, you can see that the timing's way off. So I'm gonna drive this in the rest of the way, and then we'll time the twine disc. Okay, we got it in. She's pretty well flush. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna loosen this nut right here up, give it a tap. That'll drive this shaft straight up here. This gear, this worm gear is on a taper. That'll loosen that up, and we can rotate this to where we want it. Tighten it. We'll have to see. There'll be a little bit of end play in it, so we'll have to take up the slack the right way. May take a couple tries to get it. Then we'll be ready to go. All right, we loosened it. We're just gonna give her a tap so that'll go up. Now we can turn that, and that'll let us turn this twine disc to get where we need it to be. All right, we got her adjusted roughly 5/16 of an inch here with no twine in it. Then with twine, it should be about 1/8. I'm just eyeballing it. I don't actually have a tape measure on me. So we're gonna pin this thing back up and see if she'll hold the twine, and hopefully we'll be ready to bale. He's gonna start it up. I've got both of them set here. Okay, let her rip. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna trip it and hopefully load the twine in. All right, we're loaded, and you'll see this needs to be adjusted big time here. All right, so what we'll do is I'll go ahead and loosen this up. We'll rotate that around, and then we should be good to go. All right, so we cycled it once. You can see now our timing's off, and what happens is you just get a lot of play in there, and we must have had the play on the wrong side of the gear is all. So I'm gonna retime both these with the twine in it, and we'll be set and good to go. All right, we're gonna start her up, see how she does. I went ahead and retimed it. You can see how she looks here. Here. Here we go. Slow and take it easy. You can see when that arm gets up to that notch, it'll engage the clutch and tie, hopefully by 2 really good knots. Got some clumps here in this deal with this rake with. There we go. There you go. 2 nice knots. All right. Let's make one more. We'll be good to go. Hopefully. Timing may be off just slightly. May have to try this left one, but if it's going to tie, we're going to let it tie here. Bale feels like. It's a little bit banana, but right now with rain coming, we're not going to mess with worrying about banana bales. Got clumps everywhere with this junk wheel rake we use. I'm going to run up there, get the stacker and the Ford tractor, and I'm going to bring a pitchfork back. I may while he's baling, I'm gonna try to spread some of these big old clumps out. Those big old clumps are, you know, with my baler, I could probably handle them, but this 276 just cannot handle that really big stuff like that. I mean, it does okay, but you start shearing bolts and plugging it, and it's just not a good deal, especially when it's a little bit green in those clumps because they didn't get a chance to dry out good. Everything that spread out good is dry pretty good. Stuff that's in the clump did not dry worth crap. So we'll see what happens. It was 40 minutes from the time I pulled up there to right now. And that was me getting off, looking at the baler, getting my tools out, getting the parts out, installing everything, adjusting everything. We installed a new pin in the drive pinion of the Twine disc. Dad already had the bill hook tensioner on. Then we timed both Twine discs. Of course, I was videoing too, so probably 30-minute downtime from the time I actually get here. And I know some of you, I know one of you specifically that I've been talking to outside of the YouTube world, thinks that that would be a good thing for me to do, is to kind of do some service calls for some guys. I just don't know how much demand there is for it, you know. And how much are guys willing to pay to get their square baler up and running? I know, I guess some guys use dealerships. Around here, honestly, of course, I probably know more than the average guy about a square baler, but I wouldn't call a dealership for a square baler to save my life, because around here, people don't know anything about a square baler. People barely know anything about hay equipment, period, let alone specifically a square baler. So, obviously, that's why I know what I know, just from figuring it out on my own. But I was just curious what you guys think. If you square bale hay, could you justify paying somebody to come out and work on your piece of equipment? Or do you? Do you have a dealer that does that? Do you wish you had a dealer that did that? I'm just kind of trying to feel out, you know, I wouldn't mind doing that. Yeah, I do have a full-time job and I make my own hay, so, you know, if I'm available to come out and work on somebody's baler, get them going, help them out. But, you know, what's the value there? You know, I'd have to charge from the time I left the house to include road travel for an actual service call. And I don't know, I'm thinking, I don't know, $75 an hour, considering I've got a vehicle and my own tools and whatever else. Does that seem fair? Would you guys be willing to pay that? I would like to do that. I just, around here, I don't know if there's any demand for it, honestly. So, anyways, drop a comment down there. Let me know what you guys think. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to fix everything in the field right there and get them up and going, but I don't know. Just a thought. Also, if you could choose any baler to buy, square baler, what would it be? And I'm limiting this to used balers that are in a small operator's budget. No new balers. I know everybody's gonna say a, 1840 Massey or a 5070 New Holland. Can't afford those. Not for the amount of hay that we make. I like my 326. It's a good higher, I'm not gonna say high capacity, it's not the highest capacity in the world, but it's a good higher capacity baler. I'd just like to know what you guys' opinions are. Do you like a John Deere? Do you like the Massey? You like the what's the word I'm looking for? The New Holland? Couldn't think of freaking New Holland. The reason I'm asking is, my opinion is, if we're gonna be making hay over here, Dad needs to get a little bit better baler. Nothing wrong with a 276. If you have a 276, I'm not bashing on it. Talking about making more squares here, cutting down some cattle, switching over to hay. We can make more doing hay. But if you did that, me and Dad both believe he needs a better baler. It's just not a high enough capacity baler to handle the good hay. Back when we got it, we were making junk hay on whoever's property we could find. Now that we have good hay and fertilize it, it makes way too much, way too big of windrows for that baler to really handle well. It bales it. It does good job. It needs some adjusting now since I redid it and everything. We haven't adjusted it yet. But I'm leaning towards like a 575 New Holland. I'm happy with my 326. If I can find one of those, you know, we're on a budget. Let me know down below if you were buying a used square baler, what you would choose. Ignore condition. You know, that's going to be machine specific. But just for that model, what you like about it, is it the capacity? Is it the consistency? Is it the bale shape? Is it how long it lasts? Availability and expensive parts? Whatever it is, let me know down below, because I think we may be looking at trying to get something else. So we'll see. Who knows? Let's go load some hay. I got the pitchfork loaded up. I'm going to spread some of those big piles out. Let's roll. All right, guys. Daddy-O's still baling away, so that's a good sign. I'm gonna break apart some of these clumps, and then I'm gonna start picking up. So, when I say clump, I'm not talking about something like that or that. I'm talking about something like this. Like, there's 2 bales right here, and once you grab a hold of it with the baler, it don't pick it apart. It sucks it all. It tries to suck it all in at once. So, there's another one. There's one there. Some down there. There. Like I said, if you want windrows like this, buy yourself a Bevco carded V-rake. Best money you'll ever buy if that's what you want. Oh boy, I'm wore out. It's been a solid hour doing nothing but running a pitchfork, busting up these piles for Dad. I've had a hard time. It's wet, green, tough. This is a point where if the round baler didn't burn up, we would have round baled this just to get it off the field, because it's getting ready to rain this weekend, and it'll end up being out here two weeks or so. This is gonna be cow hay. We're not gonna sell it, we'll just feed it to our cattle. But let's get some picked up. No matter how slow you go with a baler, it'll still work a man in the ground on a pitchfork. I can tell you that right now. It's not that hot, but it is super humid. I am drenched. Nothing's drying right now. It's getting wetter at this point. My glasses are all sweaty and fogged up. Let's roll. We got done baling. Got it all picked up. Ended up having just shy of 100 bales. Got all that hauled in. Of course, it was dark whenever I finished up. The stacker worked well. Have some issues with the bales coming out of the 276. I think it needs adjusted. I need to check the bale length. Bale length isn't too bad. It's just really difficult to make a really good bale when you're dealing with the clumps that I was dealing with. Like I said, I ran the pitchfork for over an hour, just spreading those chunks just so we could get it baled without shearing bolts. We did get it baled. Like I said, that's something we would have round baled to feed to the cows anyways. But with the round baler catching on fire and burning up, we haven't got it fixed yet. We need to get that off the field. It's actually thundering right now, carrying on. It's supposed to rain tonight. I'm not sure how much. It's supposed to rain all weekend, basically. So, at least we got the hay off the field. Now we can get this rain. They can start growing back when we get a really good second cutting off of it. You guys got to see me work a little bit on the 276, get it back going. That was just a freak accident thing of what happened there. Bolt came out of the knotter frame. Needles come up, make contact, shear that pin. Also broke the bill hook tensioner. So that's just something that happens, guys. It is what it is. When you're running equipment and actually working, doing stuff, things happen. I finally talked Dad, and I didn't have too much talking. He just had to rake with it. We're getting a different rake. I'm not sure when, I'm not sure what. That rake is, I'm just freaking, I'm speechless, honestly. I don't even know what to say. Let's wrap this up. I'm rambling. It's late. I'm going to get a shower, get me something to snack on a little bit here, relax, turn down before I jump in bed. Thanks for joining me. Catch you on the next. God bless you. God bless America. Franklin County Forage out.